Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the rocks. Total entertainment coming to you live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Today, I am interviewing a TikTok find in Syria. So let's let him in and let's get the party started. Hi, Andrew. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Turn it up a little bit.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Better.
Yes.
Good.
Hey, welcome to On the Rocks Total Entertainment. I feel like I've been a fan of yours since the beginning. And I feel like
Nice.
it's taken us this long to connect because you guys are busy.
Oh yeah, we've been busy as hell. It's somewhat a little bit flabbergasting sometimes.
Right? But let's talk about this band. You guys are out of Southern California, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
So,
on I'm on the East Coast right now myself,
oh,
but um we are originally from Southern California around San Diego area. I'm just on the East Coast for probably 9 months or so, and then I'm gonna go back.
okay. So you guys are now. Are all of you located in different areas of the country?
No, I mean, right now we are because I'm on the East Coast, but we were all within about a half an hour to 45 minutes, um, that close to each other, um, near like Ontario, California, and Temecula, California, like in
Okay, in
between
between.
San Diego and LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great area. Now, tell us when, for the viewers that aren't familiar with your band, why don't we talk about when you guys actually formed this band?
Sure. So right before COVID, I wrote All That We Know and wrote it by myself and put it out. Just released it to see what would happen, basically.
I love that
It,
song, by the way.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. I mean, it was really the whole beginning of this whole project. So lyrically, it means a lot to me, and it being the first song of the project is pretty cool. I'm surprised how what good feedback we got from the actual first song. So it kind of propelled me to move forward. But COVID happened and it just screwed everything up. It kind of like messed with me emotionally myself. So it was hard to write for about a year and a half. I have 3 kids and I'm married. So full time job, taking care of the family and trying to do music and dealing with something that I've never dealt with before the pandemic. It was kind of hard, but after it kind of went away, around March of last year, I decided to really like start searching for guys that I wanted to play with and write with. Because personally, I like writing by myself, but I would much rather do it with a group of guys that I get along with and I can we can just feed off each other's energy per se. So I got one lineup that did not work out. So from March to October, I was with them, and then I slowly started replacing them with new guys that I found. I found Jimmy. He lived across the freeway from me, about 10 minutes away. We found each other on Bandmix, and we clicked really well. He's a really good stinking drummer, probably the best drummer that I've ever met personally. So I was super proud to have him. And then Justin was one of his buddies from high school, and Justin had his friend Steven, and we all were kind of just like talking and met up for dinner one night. Seemed to click pretty well. Um, I had 11:59 kind of written and a demo recorded, so I sent it over to Steven, and literally within 2 hours, he re-recorded the entire song minus the vocals, um, all the guitars, all the bass, rewrote the drums, and sent it over to us. And it was amazing how fast he did that and how well it turned out. I could immediately tell that this was going to work out between us. He's a producer as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that acoustic version is really great. by the way.
That's that's such a funny one too, because we weren't really planning on doing that. We were just screwing around one night, and I think we spent like maybe a couple hours on the thing, and I was just messing with the acoustic guitar, and we were like, might as well.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, but that's great. So the current lineup, so let's talk about that. What's your current lineup now?
So I'm on vocals and I play guitar too. I'll probably stick with rhythm mostly, and then Justin Fontes, he's the other rhythm guitar player. Steven Hernandez, he's our lead guitarist and producer, and he helps me write the songs. And then Jimmy Brooks is on drums.
Yeah, that I mean, you got a really great lineup. I mean, you got somebody that's an engineer. You've got somebody that not only is a musician, he's an actor too. So you've got a really good mix of talent there.
Yeah, I'm very proud to have them all. I don't know how I found such a good lineup so quickly, um, but I got really lucky, and I'm not letting go.
Yeah, it's kind of, I talk to a lot of bands, and we talk a lot about, the pandemic and how it affected the structure of a lot of these bands, but yet serendipity plays a big part on how these people were coming to them to form a band, like out of nowhere. So
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of good things came, Andrew, out of this pandemic, I think, for bands.
yeah, I mean, it forced musicians to learn a different way of writing. Um, People play on live streams now. I think that's really cool. And just connecting with audiences in a different way. Obviously, TikTok got huge and everything, but I think it's good. I mean, it opens up so many different options for us when like we if we did this 10 years ago, this would not work out because
No,
we all have families, and I can't just like throw $100,000 on a tour and say peace out and hope that we gain fans. This way we can grow a fan base online and really like talk to different people without just throwing money down the trash. So there's a lot of opportunity if you are willing to learn how to use the new system.
right. And TikTok is the hottest platform right now for bands. And I mean, that's how I found you guys originally. I was a fan, but I'm like, oh, I know these guys. So it was good that I connected with you via TikTok, because let me tell you, this is the platform right now.
Yeah, I'm still trying to utilize that and try to find like our voice on TikTok. It seems like every band like they have their niche that they're really good at, and honestly, like social media and stuff for me personally, like this is kind of new. Like sure, I had social media and took some photos and funny videos for family and stuff just to connect, but utilizing it as a business and a music business on top of that, there's a lot that you have to learn. You have to be willing to fail many times before you actually get going. So hopefully that goes well. We'll see how long it takes. I don't feel like our niche is there just quite yet, but we're working on it. We're excited for the new release that's coming out next month. I
Yes,
have some pretty cool ideas.
yeah,
So we'll see how it goes.
let's talk about new music from you guys coming out next month.
Absolutely. So we pretty much promised everybody that we were going to come out with a new song every 6 weeks. And this is writing, recording multiple times, mixing, mastering, producing everything ourselves. So we don't have like 20 songs in the books just ready to release. So we're doing this process as we go. So there's the next song that we're coming out with next month. It's called The Spiral. Um, really excited to show you guys this one because lyrically and vocally, and honestly, even instrumentally, this is the song that I'm most proud of. the best song I think I've ever written. I have four different voices basically that I used in this. I did soft vocals, I did like power cleans, I did screams. I even did some whispering and some really quiet, emotional stuff. So super excited for this song. Lyrically, it means a lot. If you guys visit our Instagram in a couple days, I'm gonna post like basically the meaning of it and a little history of it. And then on top of that, we are in the midst of writing our first LP. So we're about a quarter of the way through that. That's going really well. I feel like we're really hitting our stride with writing right now. Just yesterday, I wrote another song idea. It just seems like one good idea after the other. I don't know why, but we have a really good flow right now. So I'm planning on releasing that hopefully the first quarter of next year,
Nice.
as well as hopefully setting up a small like West Coast tour. That would be cool. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So now you guys haven't played out in a while, right?
Not since last year. The last show was at Brick by Brick in San Diego.
Love that
Um,
place. Love,
yeah, it's really
love.
cool venue. It's a great club. Before a couple days before that, we played the Whiskey a Go Go in Hollywood. That was the first time I personally played a show in like 10 years. So it was super exciting. And I felt like we did really well for the spot we were in. That was actually with the old lineup. So um, I worked my butt off for that show. We practiced like 4 times a week for like 3 hours each session for like a
Wow.
month just to get to the point of me feeling comfortable. Because I straight up will not play a show if I feel like I'm not confident. Um,
Well, you
so
know, you've got to have that juice. You got to be ready to go. And it's not like you can like force it. You've got to be ready. And I think
absolutely,
once you guys get this record out in the beginning of next year, I think, like I said, serendipity, things are going to start happening. People are going to start contacting you. And I think it's all going to happen like it should.
I appreciate those positive words. I feel the exact same. I've been training vocally hardcore for every day for about a year, and this last month, for some reason, it's transforming into stuff that I've never been able to do in the past. So I'm really excited to showcase that. And I've honestly been healing from laryngitis from a little over a year ago. So I think in my mind, I thought like this whole time, because we've recorded a handful of songs and I've gotten through them and I felt, strong, but I know that I've felt stronger and more confident in the past. I thought maybe it was just because I was a little older now, but it's definitely that laryngitis. It messed me up. Very careful. You got to be really careful with vocal injuries because you can think that you're fine, but if anything is weird at all, you feel discomfort whatsoever, you got to play it safe because you can literally ruin your voice for life.
Oh yeah, I talk to a lot of vocalists and they actually have routines. They have certain tea they drink. They have certain honey they use. I have one artist that I'm personally friends with. He uses olive oil. He gargles with it. So I
Yeah,
mean, there's a lot of you know, homeopathics that a lot of bands use to keep their game tight.
absolutely.
And yeah, it's important.
This this is called the singing straw. I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
This was an amazing product that I found about a year ago, and it uses basically you're singing your scales through the straw, and it causes a pressure at just the right amount on your vocal cords, and that's how I got out of that. Of course, the teas and staying hydrated and doing your exercises, of course, but um, if anybody is like trying to develop their voice more, that singing straw, it did wonders. I was amazed, and it's like $100.
Oh, wow. It's like a little exercise program for your vocal cords.
Basically,
Very
yeah,
cool.
for sure.
So tell me, how did you come up with the name for this band? That's what I'm really curious about as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to do the short version. So when I was a kid, my childhood was rough. And I'm not trying to like put a spotlight on my past or anything. A lot of people go through a lot of hard times, especially these days. We're living in a tough world right now. So my house was basically just full of addiction, um, trying to think of the word right now. Basically, the parents not giving the kids the attention that they need and deserve. Um, my mom was bipolar, and she was an alcoholic and a drug addict, and my dad kept me and my sisters in this environment regardless of what was going on. And this is when I lived in Texas for about 9 years, was when I was younger. I was born in San Diego. We moved to Texas when I was about 8. That's when like most of the dark stuff in my family happened, and then we moved out of away from Texas and back to San Diego. But anyways, um, the way that came up with this is basically I started going to therapy to weed out some demons from my past. And at the same time, I quit alcohol. So I'm 2 years sober now.
Congratulations.
Um, thank you. Um, and so I was trying to figure out the name of the band that I wanted. And because of my therapist was helping me um, learn how to cope, because I'm a musician, she's obviously like, well, you should write some songs about this and really use your music to develop your coping skills and get some of those feelings out of you that have been cooped up in you for 30 years. And so Ancira was a small community in the area that I was in Texas when I went through the darkest times of my life. I liked the sound of it. It hit close to home because it was the area that I lived in. Um, and on top of that, the meaning of it is really cool because it basically means that um, you're strong and will get through any type of adversity that you have you have to overcome. And that's kind of like my whole meaning in my life right now. I'm trying to find healthy ways to overcome tough times, and hopefully along the way, um, maybe some other people can relate to what I'm feeling or singing about, and maybe we can all start helping each other out a little more. Um, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
And you know what? I mean, through the pandemic, I think we all had our struggles. We all had demons that we were dealing with. And it was unfortunate because that was what it was. I mean, it forced us all to deal with who we were at that time. And even myself, I mean, I was going through a lot as well. And I think both of us have come out of this much stronger, much healthier. And every day is a new day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's such an accomplishment. Congratulations. I mean, you know what? One day at a time, as they say,
Yep.
and every day is a blessing.
Absolutely. Nice
So,
positive outlook on things.
exactly. And this show was a blessing for me because I was interviewing bands all through pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Because I was a co-host on Keep Rock Alive with Mike Petrelli, and
Okay.
we were doing like interviews 3 and 4 times a week, and I was getting bands. I mean, we were like 1 hour to air, and they would DM me and say, "We just broke up. I just lost my guitar player."
Oh,
or,
wow.
you know, we're going to have to take a pause and you'll have to get back to me. I mean, there were a lot of things coming to light. And I think it's super important because, you know, with this play, I left that show and started my own platform. And my platform was I wanted to bring the experiences that musicians and artists have had during that time so people understand the struggle, understand the human factor in this whole thing. And 23 and 24 bands are back. You know, we're
Yeah.
all coming back strong. And I think it's important that your fans know, you know, a little bit more about you, maybe on a deeper level. And I think it's amazing.
That's kind of, that's funny that you say that because I'm literally like, before the meeting, I was finishing up some vocals of the new song that I was tracking, and I was thinking that next week I need to make a post because it's basically like our 1 year anniversary right now, and it gave me a moment to kind of step back and look at what we've accomplished, um, what we're proud of, what we're not proud of. You know, we're very new to the scene, so what are people's perceptions when they hear Ancira for the first time? What does our page shout out that our message is? And I promised myself, because I was using this as a coping mechanism, that I was going to be
Transparent.
transparent,
It's okay.
transparent, and not worry about people's opinions
Right.
of the kind of person I was, the kind of person I am, what I look like, what I sound like. Like social media, it's very if you have any low self-esteem issues whatsoever, it's it's tough.
Yeah, it's a
It,
double-edged sword, Andrew. It is.
it is.
Yeah.
And so I found myself like like doing things that I promised myself that I was not going to do. I started like questioning everything that I wanted to say. I didn't explain my songs in the clarity that I wanted to. I was very vague because I was like, well, what if people don't like that? Like, I don't know. Like, I have kind of a dark past. My song and my lyrics are to people that others may think you should always love and respect regardless of what they put you through. I have a different viewpoint on stuff like that. Like, I always love my family and where I come from and everything, but if they're the people that are bringing you down and ruining your life, and they were not there, you know, raising you when they should have, they were not responsible, then me personally, I think that I have the right to separate from people like that if they're
Absolutely.
making my life worse, especially now that I have my own family. So, you know, yeah, that being said, I was going to make a video to all the fans and just like basically promise that that's going to change. I'm getting to the point where, you know, I'm getting used to being in the public eye a little more now and trying to promote the bands. And I don't feel that insecurity that I was feeling before, that fear. So I think I'm just going to be myself now. And if you don't like it, then don't listen to my band. That's cool. We all have opinions. It's all good.
Yeah. And you know what? Hey, you're doing the show right now. Everybody's gonna see it. This band is amazing. You have so much potential to take this to the next level. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah. And you know, who cares what people think? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, we're in this business because we love it.
exactly.
And scroll,
Yep.
just go. You know what
Yep.
I mean? And you're sticking around, and I'm not going anywhere either. So we're here to stay.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And this band, like I said, from what I've heard, I love it. You guys have a great, you know, to me, I don't like to compare bands to other bands. but only the sound. Like you guys sound a lot like Blink 182. You sound like a lot like Breaking Benjamin. You've got your own style, your own flow. And I
Yeah, we're
love,
trying to merge a lot of different genres like
right.
metalcore, pop punk,
Yeah.
post-hardcore. We're kind
Yeah.
of meshing those in, and whatever topic we're trying to or message that we're trying to get across, it kind of like tells us, we'll lean a little more on the metal side or the pop
Right.
punk side.
But
And
that's okay. Because, like I said, categories in 23 are out the window. Um, Metalcore is a great genre because it falls into everything. And I love that particular title, Metalcore.
I do too.
And yeah, I mean, your, like I said, your sound is so unique. Your vocals are so strong and they stand out. So with this band, everybody comes together as a unit. So I really, like I said, I enjoyed listening. 11:59, the acoustic version. That's like one of my favorite songs.
Nice.
So, but okay, so future plans for you, Andrew. What's going on right now? In the studio recording?
Yeah, so I built my own studio over here in South Carolina, temporary setup, but it's working out really well. So I'm in it 3 days a week, writing, tracking demos, and then do final tracking after that. So that's going to be a process going on for probably at least the next 3 months, I'm guessing. Kind of just taking into factor like how many songs we've written and how long it's been taking. During that time, we'll still have a single to release every 6 weeks. So a lot of promoting and marketing and a lot of the business non-fun side of music.
I know, and if I can help you guys out in any way, let me know. I'm there for you guys. You know,
Anyone that can just show people our music. I mean, that we're nobody right now. Nobody knows us. So I
yeah,
mean, you
your shares and likes are going to totally help you out, especially on TikTok. And you know
yeah.
what? If you put different hashtags, I don't know, I'm sure you're using the for you hashtag. Everybody uses that, but don't forget to use, uh, let's see, rock for you, metal for you.
Okay.
Let's see what other ones that I use a lot. Just like rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you want to use different hashtags so you can get more traction.
Yeah, I try
If
to
that
find new
helps you.
hashtags on every post and try to figure out ones that work better than others. I don't think I've really come across any that really like explodes or anything.
Like
I'm
metal
sure it,
forever, you know, metalcore. Now, if you put that one in there, you're going to get all those metalcore fans are going to be getting your stuff. So, I mean, those are
yeah.
just some suggestions from other bands that, you know, that I've worked with to kind of get the ball rolling, you know, because you have, you know, you've got
Yeah.
music
I
videos
appreciate
and
that.
stuff. So, yeah, that should totally help.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit better with our content every release. So I'm excited about the content that we have going for this next song. I think it's our best stuff yet. So
Now, are
we'll
you
just
going to
keep
be
getting better
right? Now, are you going to be doing
every
music
song.
videos as well?
I want to do like an actual real music video, um, but like the level of professionalism that I want it to be is on the pricey side. And I've come across a couple videographers that I really liked that were a little cheaper than others. And I think we're gonna probably save that for the LP coming out, like
Right.
the 3 singles or 4 singles that we'll release from it. So hopefully beginning of next year we'll have like our first like official music video.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome because I think with your band, this is just my opinion, but I think getting you live on stage and showing the performance piece is going to sell this band.
I agree. We really do need to hit the road as soon as we get this full length out.
Yeah.
100%.
And
So
that's a great goal. And 24 is right around the corner, my friend.
I know I'm getting excited.
And I'm excited for you and this
Thank
band.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It
It's
means
gonna
a
be
lot.
great.
Thank you so
But
much.
hey, Andrew, thanks for coming on. We're gonna touch base at a later time, like closer in 24 when you're ready to release this record. Let's reconnect
For sure.
and talk more about the future plans of this band because I'm really excited for you guys.
Absolutely. I'll make sure the other guys are on it next time too.
Yeah, no worries. And you'll keep in touch. I'm
Absolutely.
continue. You're on my playlist in my car, so I've I've been listening to your stuff. So, like I said, every morning on my way to work, 11:59 will come on. I'll be like, puts me in a good mood before I go to work.
Man, that feels awesome. I love that. I wasn't expecting people to like this stuff that much. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So take care, Andrew, and we will talk soon.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a great guy. Andrew has got a really great lineup with this band. And if you haven't heard their stuff, go to spotify.com, put Ancira. It's a great band. I look forward to hearing new music from this band in 24. This is the Vegas rock goddess, Carol Nevin. Thanks for watching. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks Total Entertainment. You never know who might be popping in. Take care, and I will see you next time.